What's up, everyone? Long time no see. Welcome to Opening Up. I'm your host, Arthur, and man, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and as you can see, a lot has changed. The man cave, everything. Before I even get started, shout out to my wife for making this happen. Um, I've been gone for quite a few months. I want to get back into it, and she helped me build my little station to do this, which I appreciate. So, babe, thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Like I said, it's been a long time. Yeah, let's just jump into it, man. Work has been crazy. A lot has happened in work over the last like 6 to 9 months. Um, Good things at the end, but we went through our little craziness, which was kind of insane, but came out for the better of it. It's a good lesson in life. Sometimes you go through those trials and tribulations, man, and sometimes you have to make change. But if you believe in what you're trying to do and hopefully have the support to make it happen, good things can happen, and that's what's happened. And I appreciate it. So I'm back here. Let's see what's happened in the last few months. The holidays passed. That was holidays were good. Um, Dealt with some family stuff. I had two family members that passed away. That's never easy. Um, and it sucked because with one of these family members, we used to have a relationship when I was younger, but as we got older, that relationship kind of soured. And so that kind of sucks. And with the other person, had actually a significant role in my life. Probably the first male role model or male figure. Actually, it's first male figure in my life. And he passed away. And they're both relatively young, both in their 50s. And, had bad health, also dealing with a lot of personal stuff. And I've been on a journey over the last few months. As you guys know, I go to therapy, and one thing I've learned is that I had a lot of trauma. And I look at my cousins who passed, and they had trauma, and unfortunately, it's very common, especially in minority communities, and especially in low income communities. A lot of us dealing with a lot of traumas, different traumas, a multitude of traumas, and not having the support or even the knowledge on how to deal with it. So a lot of times, turns to other things to help soothe that pain, that depression, food, alcohol, drugs, things like that. So, you're not outside looking in and may not be aware or have that experience of going through these traumas. Is sometimes think, oh, this, they just drank all this. A lot of times it's just trying to escape reality, escape their reality. So yeah, I'm just going on this because that's one of the things why I started doing the podcast. And one of the things talking about mental health. And like, I had two cousins who dealt with their own mental health and dealt with their own demons, and one of the things that makes me feel okay is that they're not hurting anymore. They're in a better place, whatever that may be, whatever you believe in. They're in a better place and they're at peace. So I'm appreciative of that. What sucks is just the people they leave behind, their children, their family members, their loved ones. They're the ones. We're the ones that mourn. We're the ones that feel the pain. But they're in a better place, wherever that may be. Sorry, they made a turn for a thing, but I mean it's life. That's what's gone on. That's what's gone on in my life anyway, and it probably goes on to many people's lives out there. You deal with loss, and it starts making you think about your own mortality. You know, um, I'm gonna be 47 this year, and it's like, all right, I have two contemporaries who were only 10 years older than me. One was even less. One was only actually 5 years older than me. And it's just like, it makes you think about your mortality. So, whoa, what a way to jump back. But rest in peace to the two of you. Like I said, I hope you guys are. All right, peace. I forgot to do this. Like I said, I'm rusty, so I'm getting back to the thing of things. But I'm also going to be opening up a box of Topps Pristine 2025 hobby box. This was the box, I think the 2023 box, I think it was, where I opened up the Ellie De La Cruz Superfractor. So very excited to see what I have in store here. And I finally got some new technology to use to show the things up. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going to talk about like what's happened over the last few months. Like I told about, I went through my own little depression in January. I'm up in New York, and this winter was brutal. I mean, so much so where it's just, there wasn't much sun. It was just really cold. We had that first blizzard in the beginning of January. And then right after that, it was just like ice cold. Like it was like single digits for like 2 weeks. So that snow didn't go anywhere. It was just, all you saw was ice all over. And then finally some sun came out, and on that last day, the last piece melted, and then we got another blizzard. Boom, even more. I think it was like 20 inches. It was like, what the heck? But listen, it's been nice the past few days. But now I'm hearing another snowstorm next week. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, I've never considered leaving New York, like seriously. Like I talked about when I retire. But this is the first year where I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to go. Maybe it's time to see what's happening down south, or maybe in Arizona or Vegas or even Mallorca, which is that's my dream place to retire. But yeah, man, this winter was just rough. Let's see what else is going on. In February, I celebrated my 15-year anniversary, which is insane. I can't believe I've been married to my wife for 15 years. This year, we've been together for 21 years in total, and yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's funny. My wife pointed out that I've known her more than half her life, which is insane. I can't say the same because I'm older than her, so yeah, I got a few more years for that. But no, it's man, it's still the best thing I ever did, man. Like one of the best choices in my life was to go on that date with my wife and then asking her to marry me a few years later. I can't picture where my life would be if she wasn't in it. So babe, thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for helping me become the man that you always saw in me. A lot of times I didn't see it myself. So thank you. So yeah, so I had that. What else? I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I'm doing yoga now. And shout out to Kelly, my yoga master, my yogi, my confidant, my sister from another mister. She is it's so weird. Like Aisha, I go to therapy every week, and therapy has helped me tremendously. Like therapy allowed me to, I'm gonna fix this model over here. I'm gonna show you a little more here. There you go. So you can see Goof over here. I'm on this side. But therapy really, therapy really helped me deal with the traumas, plural, the traumas in my life. And it's really been amazing. And then I started doing Pilates, and I started feeling good because I'm going to fix up a little more because I'll get up here. So like I started doing, so I had therapy, and it helped me with my mind. And then I had Pilates and helped me with my body stretching out. So I was like, I want to try yoga because my therapist had mentioned like, you may like yoga is very good at like calming the mind and just, having just feeling the presence of being in the here and now. So I looked around and I found this place, and it was not too far from where I lived. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try it out. Now I want to do one-on-one because I'm not feeling classes. I don't want to embarrass myself. And I also like the attention so I can see what I'm doing wrong, what I can work on. So I did a one-on-one with Kelly, and we hit it off. She was amazing. I started doing yoga things, and what started off as yoga then became also sessions. And it was almost like coaching sessions, just talking about life. And what transpired was amazing. She became someone she's one of the few people I've ever met who share, how do I put this? I don't want to say, like she understood, I won't say not sure, she understood the traumas that I was going through. And she was just amazing. And she helped me create a safe place in that yoga place. So it was not only just yoga and with the coaching, it created this third place. So now I had therapy where it was a safe place for me to really explore myself, get to really know me and the traumas that I dealt with, and then yoga like helped with that also. And I've got to say, I'm probably in the best mental space I've ever been in my life. And that being said, I said in January I went through depression, but I recognized it, and I recognized it early. So I started doing things to cope with it. And with the help of both my therapist and with Kelly, was allowing me to really be present, acknowledge it, and learn to cope with it. And it's been great. Try to just be in the moment, understanding like in the past, I can't stress about the past. The past is the past. And I can't worry about the future. It's not here yet. Anything can happen. But I can be present. I can be right here in the moment. And the other thing that what yoga did was allow me to, I didn't realize I have monkey brain. It allowed me to relax my brain and just calm and just quiet everything out. And there is such a powerful feeling of that when you can just push everything away and just stay calm in that moment. I remember talking to my wife, and she would tell me, like, at any given time, she could have like 16 different thoughts bouncing in her head. And I don't want to generalize people, but from speaking to a few women, like, that's not that uncommon for them. They're thinking about this and worrying about that and wondering about this. And it's like, I didn't realize that my brain worked the same way too. Like, I was always thinking about things, and sometimes, and it's nice to just have that calmness. So Kelly, thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, that's where I've been right now. I'm in a good place. One other thing, one big thing, went on my first Disney cruise. Man, Disney just thinks, they do things differently, man. Let me just, like, I've been on Carnival cruise before, so that's the only other thing I can compare it to. And listen, I enjoy Carnival. I won't lie though, the last time I went on a Carnival cruise, kind of felt like they were nickel and diming me. Every little thing was this cost here and this cost there. And, in the morning waking up to grab a seat before everyone got it was kind of, and then we did Disney cruise. And then of course we bougied it up. We did Disney, we did concierge Disney. And I don't know why we did that, because now I don't want to do anything else. It's bougie as hell. First off, I don't know if you ever been cruising. When you get to the dock, so with Carnival, you get there, you got to get there with the time frame that you're supposed to go. There's a crap load of people. They grab your stuff. They bring your luggage in. And you have to go in, get on this line, do this, get your face, go where, come here, this, boom, boom. 17 different places before you get onto the boat. Then you get onto the boat, and then you go up to the buffet area, and you hang out there by the deck, on the Lido deck, until your room is ready. Then when your room is ready, you go in, and then your luggage doesn't come till like 8, 9 o'clock at night, sometimes a little earlier if you're lucky, and then you're good to go. Boom. Then you unpack that night, first night, I'll see. Disney Concierge. You could go there anytime from when they open to the last time they check people in. When you go into a special room. Like, if you ever done like Delta One, where you just like go into this totally different place and check into like, you didn't have to go through TSA or anything. At Delta One, you're just first class, boom, you're just going right there through the gates, through everything. Same thing like with Disney Concierge. You go right in, you meet the concierge, like, hi. They introduce themselves. They're going to explain when you go in. You go to the restaurant. Just make sure you have this ticket, because only people with this ticket could go into that restaurant to eat. And then after that, your room will be ready, and you go in. Your luggage should be coming soon after. There you go. And then if you need anything, just call the concierge. You'll be right by the area if you need anything for it. We go exactly what he said. We get on. They freaking announce you, which is freaking awesome. I got to see the genie on top, and I love the genie. Afterwards, we go right to the restaurant. We eat. We're like, all right, it's time to go to our room. It's 12:30. First available time to go to your room. We go in. As soon as we get to our room, like 10 minutes later, our luggage is there. We're like, wait, what? 10 minutes after we check into our room? That never has happened in Carnival. We got great, because now we can unpack. The ship hasn't even left yet. We can already unpack. We're ready to go. We go. We check out the concierge. I think it's pretty cool. They have little snacks there. It says, listen, from 5 to 10 is open bar, free drinks. Are you serious? We also have our own separate area where they have chairs and a little pool. I'm like, wait, your own separate area? The only people who are concierge can go to? Amazing. If you don't want to eat breakfast at the buffet, you don't want to go down to the restaurant, you can eat breakfast right here. Wait, what? Boom. Oh my God, I took advantage of that. Free water, free soda. The next day we go, and no lie, there's like 8 different concierge people. They all knew us by name. Mind you, we hadn't met them yet. So like seriously, are they freaking like looking at a dossier of like, okay, here we go, that's him. That's okay, that's her. Okay, and then just calling us by name. Like Disney just does it different. And it was just an amazing thing. It was such an amazing trip. I love Disney. Listen, it's the kid out of me, which I love. I've had a lot of great memories at Disney. Me and my wife are Disney people. And listen, people are like, oh, if you don't have kids, you go. Listen, it's the best time to go to Disney when you don't have kids. They don't ruin it for you. They're like, oh, you spent all this money and they're cranky and they don't want to do this. Like, are you serious? Nah, I see. When it's just y'all two, it's great because then it's just you do what you want. Go take a nap if you want to. I love it. All right, I've done a lot of talking. I'm gonna go ahead and crack open the box. Here we go. Pristine Topps. And let's see. I'm going to see if this comes out. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Woo-hoo. I can open up the box and you're actually going to be able to see it, which I like, which is very, very nice. So I'm opening up the box. Here we go. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. We're going to go ahead and we have 1 pack, 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, 5 packs, 6 packs. All right, here we go. We're going to open up the first pack, and I'm going to do it right here so we can see it. Okay. Here we go. First guy. Oh. Edwin Diaz. Is that an orange refractor? Yes. 1 out of 25. Oh, Diaz, how you hurt me, Diaz. How you hurt me. Let's put this over here. Edwin Diaz, 1 of 25, man. Him signing with the Dodgers. That's the only really thing that hurt. Like, listen, I was sad about Nimmo, but I definitely understood. But Diaz going to the Dodgers really hurt, man. Here we go. Ryan. Logan Gilbert, 6 out of 75. Was that a purple refractor or blue? I'm colorblind. I don't know if you guys know that. So sometimes I can't tell the difference between purple and blue. So that was either a blue or a purple refractor. Let's go with it was a blue refractor out of 75. I should know this. I should be better at this. I don't. And I understand. All right, here we go. Trying to open this up over here. I'll eventually open it up. Let's see what we got. Jazz Chisholm. Yordan Alvarez, Hugo Cavadas, William Contreras, Fernando Tatis. All right, so far we have the Diaz orange refractor. That's the first card. 1 in the book. And then my wife gave me a garbage can. I have no idea where I put it. There it goes, right there. All right, let's go with the second one. Opening up. Oh, let's see. Anything fun? Let's turn this baby around. We have autograph Austin Martin, 58 out of 99. Autograph card from the Minnesota Twins. Very nice. All right, let's see what we got over here. We have Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Jordan Westburg, 97 out of 199. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. That was just plastic. Turning it over. Don't make me over. All right, let's see who we got. Christian Walker, Kyle Raleigh, Tanner Scott, and Williams, and Freddie Freeman. All right. Freddie freaking Freeman. Yankee fans not too happy about him. Let me tell you, Freddie Freeman won me a crap load of money in the in the World Series 2 years ago against the Yankees. I had after he hit that grand slam against them, I went ahead the following day and I picked him to hit a home run his first at bat, and he freaking hit it and won me a nice chunk of change. Thank you, Freddie Freeman. I hated you with the Braves, but you won me a lot of money with the Dodgers. Here we go. Josh Naylor, American League All-Star. All right, let's see. From here. So I know in this box, I think there's 2 signature cards and there is a relic card. What we have here, we have Chandler Simpson, Agustin Ramirez, Agustin. Tú sabes ella. Here we go. Let's turn this around. We have Stephen Kwan, Roberto Clemente. The best Puerto Rican baseball player of all time. Probably one of the best, if not the best right fielder of all time. He had an arm that was just insane. Like he could, Forbes Field was a huge field, and from a bullet from deep right field to third base, with no bounds, just straight. He was just different. People don't know the story about Roberto Clemente. He died bringing supplies for earthquake. I want to say, I don't know if it was Honduras or Venezuela. I forgot what country it was, but they had an earthquake, Ecuador, and he packed a plane with supplies to take over there, and they just overpacked the plane and they didn't make it. He died. Died helping others, trying to help others. It's just the man he was, man. Roberto Clemente, bro. Evan Carter, Braxton Ashcraft, the Babe. The Babe. The Babe and Clemente both in the same pack. 2 legends. The Bambino. All right, here we go. We're halfway through, and we've gotten 1 autograph card so far. Let's see what we got over here. This is Marcus Semien, the new Met. 50. This is an orange refractor. It's gold refractor. Marcus Semien, but not an autograph. We still have an autograph and a relic out there. Let's see. The last time I did this, it was it was a Kyle Tucker. Then over here we have Mr. Juan Soto, American League when he was with the Yankees, and JT Realmuto. I'm actually doing 2 other podcasts now. I'm doing this one, and I'm also now doing a podcast opening up New York sports with me and my boy Juan, which we're actually going to release our first video this weekend. And I'm also doing opening up relationships with me and the Mrs. MRC. We're actually doing it on TikTok Live, and then I'll be taking those videos and putting it on my opening up YouTube page. But yeah, doing 3 things now: opening up the podcast, opening up New York sports, and opening up relationships. Here we go. We have Duascar Hernandez, Pete Crow Armstrong, Paul Goldschmidt, Spencer Torkelson, and then we have Cal Ripken Jr. So yeah, I figured because got a lot to talk about. But I think it's going to be cool. I hope you guys connect and check it out. Here we go. Who's this? We have Vladimir Guerrero, 75, blue refractor. Interesting. Still only have 1 autograph card. There might be 1 in here. I'm filling it. I'm filling an autograph card in here. Let's see. We have Zach. Who's that? Zach. Who the hell is this? Zach Geloff? Zach Geloff. This is the relic card with signature gold. Very nice. All right, so now we have 1 autograph card left that's out there. All right, here we go. From the last pack, we have Bryce Harper, Paul Regans, Xander Bogaerts, George Springer, Jordan Alvarez. All right, so we're down to 1 more. We're down to the last pack, which has 1 more autograph in here. Let's see. Let's see who it is. The final packet. Let's turn it around. Let's see. Let's do the reveal. Dun, 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 dun. This is Seth Lugo, the ex-Met, who, man, niched a nice career with Kansas City as a starter, man. Seth, also, fellow Boricua, Seth Lugo, baby. All right. Oh, got a few nice hits there. So, Seth Lugo, Zach Geloff. There we go. Open these. We have Logan Gilbert and we have Alec Bohm. And then finally, all right. So nothing crazy, but you know what? Enjoyed the hits. And the final cards we have. There we go. Zach Veen, C.J. Abrams, Nacho Alvarez. Not mine, not yours. Randy Johnson, the big unit. And Francisco Lindor. What a way to end it with some Francisco, with some Met, baby. Hopefully he makes it to opening day. But all right. So, there we go. First box of the new year opening up for you guys and girls and everyone else. Thank you for listening to me as I come back with a bang. I plan to do this on a weekly basis. Shout out again to my wife for making this happen, setting up my podcast station, so it makes it a lot easier to just jump on. And I'll be frank with you. I mean, listen, this is a good lesson in life. You know, there's sometimes we want to do things, but there are obstacles in the way. And sometimes we put those obstacles there ourselves, which sometimes deters us from doing what we want to do. With me, I had a makeshift station. It was on a folding desk. So when I wasn't recording, my wife hated seeing the mess, so I put it away. But then every time I wanted to do recording, I'd have to set it all up, set all the cameras up, set this up. And it would take an hour just to do that. Then I would have to do the recording and this and what. So then it became like a 3-4 hour project. And I got to a point I was like, man, I don't want to. It's too much. So now, after telling my wife, she was like, you know what, let's just build it. And she helped me build it. Check out the Relationship Podcast because you hear stories about how that went. But I appreciate it because now I could just jump on and do this and not have to go through all that. And it makes me want to do it more, you know, because I'm removing the roadblocks. And sometimes in life, there are roadblocks to get to what you want to do. And sometimes you just have to take the time to remove them because in the long run, it's going to make it easier. All right. Well, you guys have a good week. Thank you for sitting with me and let me open up. Have a good week.